Hello, Brobs. We're back with Anyone's Son, a true story by Roberta Roche with the murderer subject of the book, Harry De La Roche Jr. We move on to vignette number 12, which is, I think, chapter 4. The Citadel. It's a long chapter, so I'm going to cut it in half. So it's going to be part whatever, 4, and then part 5. Vignette 12. I wrote a lot of letters while at the Citadel because I wanted to keep in touch with my family and friends at home. It was also a way of making sure I got some mail myself. My parents wrote a few lines each day, and Grandma Ebneater sent letters and cards. She was always saying she was proud of me and sure that I'd make good. When the time arrived that I, myself, wasn't so sure of that, I also wrote other letters. One was a special letter to Steve to tell him to talk to Ronnie and warn him about the pot. Another was to Roger Anderson because I wanted to talk to him about dropping out of school. I trusted his judgment and advice, so I wrote before coming home that I had some things to discuss with him during Thanksgiving vacation. However, I said that before we talked, and I had to straighten a few things out with my mother and father. Another letter that I wrote was to Patty Hennessy, in which I confided in the last part. They say this place makes a man of you, and I'm sure of it, but they also say the system, when analyzed by psychiatrists, will freak out the mind. I can agree with that. Ronnie didn't show my parents any of my letters since the two of us had an agreement, in which I used just one side of the paper. Then, to make sure this couldn't be read right through the envelope, I'd fold it in another paper as a double precaution. Most of the letters I wrote and received have disappeared by now, but I have some between my family and me to keep for memories since they are part of this story. These are the ones I've retained. September 1st, 1976. Dear Harry, Mom's not home, so I have the records blasting. I try to tell you everything that's going on here, but hey, listen, I want to hear what's going on down there. I've been checking on your car every day. It's fine. I go in there to smoke. I'm trying to get some of the chrome polished. If you write home to make sure it's clean, Mom and Dad censor everything. I found 2 Michelobes in the garage. I took the cookies out of the trunk. We're going to Uncle Steve's this weekend. I'm going up to the school to see who I got. Football practice starts today, and I'm not going to play. I challenged some guys down in the apartments to a wiffle ball game, them and their wives tomorrow. I'm trying to find some carpet for your car. So you all have a good time now, you hear? Stay cool, Ronnie. What an awful letter. September 3rd, 1976. Dear Harry, we were all happy to get your letter. You and the rest of us all figured it would be tough. No matter how tough they make it, you know you can take it. It can't last forever. This education and training is your whole career. The rest of your life will be easy, and you will have it made if you stick it out and not only do well, but excel and be tops in your class. When we were there, General Sainius gave us a talk and said that it would be hard for the knobs at the beginning, but all the boys would turn out to be fine men. Harry, I believe that, and I want you to believe it too. I told Mom that it wouldn't surprise me if at the end of every school year all the cadets were given a lecture and told that they are supposed to make it as hard as possible for the new knobs, maybe to weed out the weak ones right at the start. Next year, you can yell at a knob. Remember, you can take whatever they can dish out. You are an outstanding young man. Now, getting to the schoolwork, make sure you have the correct schedule of classes and that the advanced math course is okay. Also, keep up on the ROTC. Find out all you can about scholarships and everything. If you need help, contact the right people, both for regular studies and ROTC. We are going to Bamberger's today to get you some more white socks, and we will send them to you right away. Things have slowed down as far as visitors go since you left, but make sure you prove the guys wrong who said that you wouldn't make it at the Citadel. You will make it. Let us know what happened on that first Wednesday. After that, when classes start, I guess things get better as far as harassment goes. Lucky is fine. He will be anxious to see you at Thanksgiving. Let us know if you are making any new friends. Remember, we are behind you all the way, and we will help you any way that we can. We are all waiting for your letters. Mom can't wait each day till the mailman comes. We know that your studies come first, but when you get some time, let us know how things are. I'm sure they are getting better. Ronnie is not going out for football this year. Eric is starting town football. Both boys, plus Mom and I, brag about you to everyone. We are all proud of you. Grandma and Pop Pop will be up this Sunday. I guess that's it for now. Take care of yourself. All my love, Dad. Yeah, sounds like a real awful guy. September 13th, 1976. Dear Harry, I will still always call you Harry. I can't seem to call you Bill. We are happy to hear that you are coping with college. I always knew you could. You asked what we think of you changing to freshman math. If you can handle sophomore math easily with no problems, then we suggest you keep it. But if you think it might be a little tough, then switch back. Remember, you need top grades to get a scholarship. Never go to a class unprepared, and especially never go to a test being unprepared. Keep studying, it's much too important. Things at home are a lot different with you away, but we will be looking forward to having you home at Thanksgiving. Ronnie checks your car frequently, but I don't give him the key. He only checks the outside. Remember, you aren't working now, and you blew your bank account, so you won't be able to spend money on your car except for necessities. Remember what happened in high school? When you got the car, your marks went down. We surely don't want that to happen in college. It's too important. It's your whole future. We will really miss having you here for your birthday, but we will send something, and we will be thinking of you always. We tell all of our friends about you in the Citadel. They are all impressed, and it makes us very proud of you. What do you do with your weekend time off? Do you study or what? If you go out, be careful. Did you get the package we sent? It had white socks and some goodies. Ronnie started back at the rifle club tonight. Eric is supposed to start the training soon. The boys proudly wear their Citadel shirts. They are proud of their brother. Lucky sends his love. Muffins, too. Ronnie wears the things you gave him and tries to copy you in many ways. I approve because you did set a good example. I'm playing softball in the fall league again. I'm glad you are learning to handle the upperclassmen. Don't get too frisky, though. Keep cool. Are you learning to eat more things? Have they let up at meal times? Will you have any social activities, such as dances? Will they teach you to dance plus the social qualities, like it said in the book? You know we can't afford to come down for Parents' Day, but we will be with you in our thoughts. Mom and I are going to save some money so we can come down next year. We really want to be there with you. Well, Harry, take care of yourself. Be strong and honest and always be proud of what you do. Never do anything you would be ashamed of. Follow the honor code. If you need me for anything ever, just let me know. I will be there. All my love. Dad. September 14th through the 17th, 1976. Dear Harry, I guess you will have to leave it to others to call you Bill. You're Harry or Hatchie to me. Dad and Ron just left for school and work. Ron looked a little like you in your Chinese shirt and blue jeans. Rather than send you a check for your birthday, we will deposit something in your checking account here. Yesterday, I went to a meeting for the Republican Club to stamp envelopes for campaign literature. Then I acted as chauffeur for the rest of the day. 2 cards and a letter have arrived from you. Much joy. Please don't think of bringing your car down there. What would you do if you broke down halfway? Think of the expense to get it going again. Your grades would take a nosedive just as they did here when you got a car. Dad will probably have more to say on that when he writes. I'm glad you are learning how to dodge the cadre. Cadre, I don't know how to say it. Keep cool. The upperclassmen really have it nice, and that's the way it should be. School will be one of the happiest times for you, and the best friends of your life will be made there. Uncle Steve and Aunt Dorian seemed awed by your going to the Citadel. It has a wonderful rating. People are quite impressed when they hear you are there. Now about changing schools, forget it. On every count, it would be the wrong move. It would not be any cheaper to go to a good school up here. You couldn't work and go to school at the same time. You would lose too much of what college is all about. You have money and uniforms that would be wasted. To go to a school 2 years here, 2 years there, you belong to nothing. A Citadel man is one who went through 4 years, not an in and outer. This is the hard year, and while you have no respect for upperclassmen now, You will when you are a sophomore. You will understand a lot of what was done to you this year and why. The boys who want to leave have problems other than yours. They may need more adulation than they are getting. To interrupt a course of study laid out for 4 years by jumping back and forth, you'd lose out on your education. You'd lose all hope for an ROTC scholarship later on. Don't worry about money. We will take care of that. You study and succeed. That's your job. Honey, I want to mail this, so I'll end. All my love. September 16th, 1976. Hey, Billy, this is Ronnie. Well, I'll try to write down everything I can remember, but you know me, a stupid ass. I forgot to tell you, I got Dierker for homeroom. This year's seniors are assholes. I had marching band practice. I think it's going to be all right. This year's frosh are dumb shits. I'm going shooting tonight. They say there's some pieces down there. Classes so far have been a bust. I had homework for the first night. It was hot up here, and we ran the mile in gym. I did all right. I'm in Jock's classes in the morning and Head's classes in the afternoon. We went to Uncle Steve's last weekend. Steve M. has a silver goat 67. Your car could blow his doors off. Dad went up to check on the car yesterday, but I got up there before him and hid everything. Since you left the closet, I've been to a hot car. My models downstairs, and of course, hitching. I don't know what that means. What would you like a picture of? I got my own camera. Ronnie. September 19th, 1976. Dear Harry, it's good to hear you are making more friends. That will make life better. Everyone thinks you are doing great. We would like to get some idea of how your marks are. Do you think that you are doing well? Don't let anything throw you. Keep your head, and you can and will handle anything that comes your way. If you go out on the weekend, be careful. Don't go into the wrong places. We want you to have a wonderful time during your Citadel career. It is a top school, and when you graduate, you will have something that is very worthwhile. Citadel grads are looked up to. Your career and the entire life will be made. You can even retire before I do. Wouldn't that be wild? My mom mentioned our feelings regarding some of your thoughts from your one letter. I also feel that you would be making a very big mistake by switching schools. You would end up being nothing. You wouldn't have the true Citadel education or background, and you need that to have your great life. Please don't listen to the guys who always knock the school and probably everything else. They don't want the Citadel or the military, so forget them. That kind of guy will always talk about how much better it is somewhere else. That's not you, Harry. You know what you want, so you can cope with whatever there is and come out on top. Don't worry about the money. We will take care of that. You just take care of you and your grades. Don't let the upperclassmen get to you. They are supposed to weed out the weak ones. I don't think you should take your car yet. Your grades are too important, especially in the freshman year. Get by this tough year first. Don't blow the whole thing. A car would take too much of your time and effort, and you can't afford it. We miss you and things are different without you, but we think how good a school you are at and how great a life you are making for yourself. And then things are better, but we shall miss you very much. Make as many friends as you can, but good friends. Weed out the guys who play every day everybody for suckers. They are not friends. Look out for yourself at all times. I will try to find out about a rifle permit as soon as I can. Grandma and Pop were here today. They miss you and can't wait to see you. Let us know if you get our birthday card. I enclosed $5 in stamps, and we are putting $20 in your checking account. Your brothers will have birthday gifts for you when you get home. It's supposed to be a surprise. Don't expect too much from them. They are a little cheap, especially Ronnie. He can't wait until he can work at the Garden State Parkway gas station. Can you put in a good word for him? We will send your airplane tickets down later, but make sure you find out how to get to the Charleston airport. We will meet you at this end. Be in uniform and don't forget to bring a warm coat. Mom will have everything you like when you get here. It really will be a Thanksgiving. Have you found out if you can leave your things down there safely over the summer, or do you bring them home? Is there a problem of stealing in the school? I hope not. That surely would violate the honor code. Well, Harry, I guess that's all for now. Be careful. We all miss you and love you. Have a happy birthday. All my love, Dad. September 20th, 1976. Dear Billy. Who the fuck is Billy? This is Ronnie. I'm going to try to tell you what's going on around here. I'll start from now and move back. Dad just left for a softball game. Last night, me and a friend went token, but before that, I met another kid and we were using the H20 pipe. But there was no H20 in it, and we got burnt. After that, me and my friend had a J and then went to the Burger King. It was slow acting pot because we were sitting in the corner and we just started laughing at each other for about 10 minutes. People watched while we laughed, then we just stopped. Before that, I bought 5 J's and I lost them. Then I spent the whole night looking for them. I found them 2 nights before this. Me and some other guys did a cigar joint and an H20 pipe in a huge bowl. Later on, when I went home, I staggered and slurred and my eyes were red and half closed. So I took the dog for a walk, but I couldn't stand when Lucky stopped. I had no sense of balance. It was outrageous. I have never been so wrecked. School is now a ball buster. I have to write up a biolab. The last few parties I've been to were great. Let's see. By the time you get this, it will probably be your birthday. So, happy birthday and take it slow, Ronnie. P.S. Jay got a pipe. Or does it say I got a pipe? September 23rd, 1976. Ronnie, are you fucking burnt out or what? Better cut down the bullshit before you are caught. Dad would probably shoot you. If you're too bad, I'm going to break your ass when I get home. What types are you doing? What besides reefs? If you touch acid, I'll break your balls. So when are you and Steve going to start work on the Mustang? Put in the Japanese tape player and carpet. Boy, does this place ever blow shit. It looks and feels like a prison. One thing, when I come back, I'm going to be strong as shit. I've noticed that already. Hey, man, you better have some on hand when I get home to soothe the savage beast. Me. Can you see Dad's face when I come home with a couple of sixes and sit down and drink? I might let him have one. So right, you turkey, Harry. September 27th, 1976. Little punk brother, yeah, I know you're a stupid ass, like you said in a letter. You don't have to tell me that. The only work I'm going to let Steve do to the Mustang is interior work and oil change and charge battery. Get Steve to get the car started one day before I come home. Tell Dirker if he isn't nice to you, I'll come back with my M14 and waste him. That's the rifle we all have. Who has the badass car in the school parking lot now? Get a hold of your head friends and send down some shit. Can always use that. What do you mean you hid everything when Dad checked the car? Get a clean shot of the engine. See who else you can get to write to me. Last night I got totally wasted. How are your new proofs working? Soon you'll be 18 according to my proofs. See you all later. Bill. September 30th, 1976. Dear Harry, it's been a long time since Mom and I got a letter from you. Ron has gotten 2 letters, but he only reads us parts. We got your bank statement. It showed 2 checks for $25 each. What did you spend $50 on? Please let us know. Also, you have about $50 in cash, plus the few dollars Grandma and I sent down. What are you spending that much money on? Remember, you are no longer working and your bank account is way down. How are your studies going? Do you think that you will be able to get involved in any school sports? Or would it take too much time from your studies? Studies are first. The first year is the hardest, so you can look forward to better times. If you have problems, there are all kinds of people to talk to. If you need me there for any big problems, just ask and I'll be there. Remember all those guys who said you wouldn't last? Well, you are proving them wrong. Mom and I knew you would. To keep up the good work. So keep up the good work. You will show them all how good a man you are. We were talking to our mayor at the Eagle Scout ceremony. He is very impressed that you are at the Citadel. Everyone we talk to wishes you luck, and they are all impressed. Harry, some of the things we hear about other colleges are pretty bad, and the kids going to them really don't seem to be getting much out of school. We feel that you picked a good school and will come out better than all those other kids put together. We are so proud of you and love you so much that we want you to be the best you possibly can. So you just do your best and keep your cool. We always tell Lucky that his big brother Hatchie will be home soon, and he always perks up his ears like he is listening for you. I guess that's it for now. Be good and be careful. All my love, Dad. And that's where I'm going to leave off because I got to get ready for work. Goodbye. Goodbye.